What is Kendrick's greatest album according to sales and popularity? We are going to use multiple metrics, all based on stats, to not only find his greatest album, but rank all of them against each other to see how great they really are. With that being said, let's pass it to Real Time Dave to find out the answer. Kendrick Lamar. What is going on, guys? Welcome to A Box of Music. I'm your host, Dave Busta. Dave be bustin' down. I do.
Bruh.
And welcome to A Box of Music. Today, we're talking about Kendrick Lamar. With me, Kendrick Lamar has one problem. He is way too good at making albums. When looking at his discography and you ask somebody, hey, what should I listen to by him? There's a lot of good answers. I feel that one issue with artists nowadays is they don't feel the need to have great albums, which doesn't necessarily make somebody a bad artist. I don't think you need a project. Right now, songs are blowing up everywhere, so a track can do. But I think great albums are what separate good from great. He is very good and very consistent with making really good music. And I feel the issue with him is that nobody can really decide on his greatest. Some say it's the Good Kid, Mad City. Damn, it's one of those in there. But honestly, I mean, like everyone has its different benefits with it. I feel like the best example of that is Good Kid, Mad City being like such a great album, thought through, great message. But like as far as listening to it outside of the album, I'm not doing that with a lot of tracks from it. Versus a Damn, which is track central, beautiful, and like radio type of vibe, but not really getting a lot of that love from diehard Kendrick fans for not being a really great and passionate project. So instead of, giving my opinion on the music specifically, which I'm still going to do and still love to do,
Bruh.
I wanted to switch up my first time talking about Kendrick by talking about stats. So, what we're going to be doing is we have different metrics we're going to be using to break down his albums to see what his greatest project is according to stats. Before we do talk about that, though, I do want to first talk about which projects we're doing. We're not doing Black Panther, which may be as a surprise just because some people don't really view it as a Kendrick project. It's more like a Black Panther project. And also, even when you go to the artist, it's still labeled as a collab, which we just want to find the greatest Kendrick project. So, just to listen through one time, we have Overly Dedicated, Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, tpab, Damn, Mr. Morale. I missed Untitled and Mastered. So, Untitled and Mastered, Damn, and then Mr. Morale. We're going to break them down with first week sales. It's just the sales in the first week. Certifications, which is just how many times what platinum, gold. Rate Your Music, which is a website that pretty much people go on, rate it from 0 to 5. We have Spotify playlists, which we'll be going through Spotify playlists, see how many songs are on there from each album, tallying them up. Whichever one has the most gets some points. And then finally, YouTube reviews. We're going to go through some YouTube videos where people talk about the music, see which one wins that majority as well. But those are the 5 we're going to be using to determine this. As far as points goes, you get first, you get 6. Second, you get 5. Third, 4. Last place, no points. I am very excited to start this. If you like Kendrick Lamar content, music contents, or excited about this conversation being over, Samurai Slide, no, Karate Chop, the subscribe button. Anyways, let's talk about the first one, first week sales. For first week sales, we do have to kind of disqualify Overly Dedicated. Reason why is with first week sales, I couldn't find them, to be honest. We were able to find sales after 2 years, but not first week. It was 12,000 after 2 years or a yearish. It released 2010. This was by October 2012. Section 80, which was the second lowest, with 5,000. But Since Overly Dedicated started off as such a low score with 12,000 or a 2 year span instead of 1 week, realistically, it did not cook up more than 5,000 in 1 week. So we're going to have it getting seventh place with that. We really mentioned podium, kind of go through the big three. First place though was Damn with 603,000. Second place was Two Pimple Butterfly with 324,000. And then third place was Mr. Morale with 295,500. I'm glad Mr. Morale's already, not letting the big three just rule the podium. We also do have Good Kid, Mad City in fourth though with 242,000, also winning him the most amount of sales for a male artist that year. So pretty dominant run by him. Also, that album was like what on not streaming platforms, on charts for like 600 weeks or something crazy like that. So Dam's gonna get the 6 points for this, and we're gonna move on to certifications. With certifications, we went through. We didn't do specifically any point system for this to like break it down. But they were all pretty separate in, what they got. Some getting platinum, some not even getting platinum, some not even getting a lot of golds. With that being said, though, Overly Dedicated got no certifications, so big donut. I still have that up. All right, you know, Kendrick and Chill, I guess. First place was Damn, getting the most certifications, and second was Good Kid, Mad City. Third place, tpab. This one is one of the sales ones benefiting longevity. We obviously don't want to have too many that are strictly, uh, being just on the charts for a while or just being consistent for a while, just because we want to give ones like Mr. Morale a shot to still win. So this is the only one really benefiting longevity. And we're going on to the third, which is going to be Rate Your Music. For Rate Your Music, we pretty much just see what they rated it from 0 to 5. And this is the one that shakes it up the most. So first place was Two Bit Butterfly, getting a 4.38. Very good. Right behind it though, Good Kid, Mad City at 4.32. You may be wondering who's third. I don't like how I said that. It's Mr. Morale with 3.76. And then in fourth place is not Damn. It's Untitled Unmastered, getting 3.7. So sneaking up, really good. Damn did get fifth with 3.64, but it was tied for fifth with Section 80, which is crazy. Going from really dog walking the other ones, it's changing, huh? Damn. With that being said, Damn did kind of sell. Going from first to last is, a little bit tough. With that being said, though, Two Pimp a Butterfly getting its first place, which will help it out a lot. But that's what people reviewed the album. I'm very surprised. With that being said, though, we have Spotify playlist next, which was the sixth playlist. I do want to give some thanks. Um, Gaby, Rodas, playboidezii, Fantastic Hip Hop, Bern, and Louis Xavier. These fine lads had created a public Spotify playlist with Kendrick Lamar. Um, Great playlists. It's Kendrick. What can I say? We also did use the This Is Kendrick Lamar by Spotify, so we do have 6 in total. So we went through, seeing what songs they liked per every album, added it up, seeing which one ruled. Um, Overly Dedicated missed out on 3 playlists, including the Spotify playlist. I can't forgive Spotify for that. So only got 9 songs in total, unfortunately. In first place was Damn, 54 songs in total. Mr. Morale comes in second with 50. Third place, Good Kid, Mad City, 48. And fourth, Two Pimp a Butterfly, 44, which kind of going back to what I said earlier, makes sense. I mean, it's the one that like Kendrick fan, diehard Kendrick fan love. As far as, playlist songs, eh. That's how those Spotify ones wrapped up. That did not mean to say it like that. Finally, though, we have YouTube reviews, which for this one, we go through YouTube, see what people felt about the albums online when they ranked all of them. We did not just do it by single, it's if they had enough talking about all the content. I do want to give shout outs to these creators. We just used what they felt about the albums, so just their stats. I'm not going to say who did who said which, when getting the analytics for this. They made it great. To be honest with you, it was all enjoyable. Big thank you to Fantano, Shrey, Drewsome, Fantastic Hip Hop, Andy Rants. In last place, being Overly Dedicated. I should also preface this one point wise is very messed up. Some did S tier to A tiers, some did 1 through 10, some just said which ones in order they liked more than the others. So what we did was for the S tier 10, A 9, edge going down. For if they ranked one better than the other, we just gave that one less points. And then finally, if they said actually what it was, 1 through 10, we just took it for word. Overly Dedicated only appeared on 1, which was unfortunate, getting a 8 out of 10, a B tier, which sucks. I'm glad I'm getting it a little bit more, time in the light, I guess. It doesn't mean me at all. I'm not saying it like that. I'm more saying towards I feel it's very underappreciated. Even if you want to listen to it and say it's fun, listen to it. So it comes in 8th place or 7th place, getting 8 points. Right next to it, in 6th place, we did have Untitled Unmastered, is because it was the only one that also didn't appear in every video. Did miss out on one video. Did get a C tier when I was ranked with that, an 8 out of 10. So pretty good. Let's mention podium. First place was 2 Pimp a Butterfly, getting 42 points total. Getting an S tier, 2 10s. Besides that, very good. As far as people that make Kendrick content, they love tpab, which is, I understand it. Second place, Good Kid Mad City. Getting an S tier, a 9, couple 5, 7. Pretty good. Third place, we have Mr. Morale. Getting an S tier, an 8. Couple 8s, actually. Sneaking through and being able to compete. Finally, in 4th place, we have Damn, getting an S tier 9, but not enough to crack podium, unfortunately. That is the last category. For this one, we'll list everyone. Starting off with 7th place, which was unfortunately Overly Dedicated. Overly Dedicated didn't get a single point. 6th place, Untitled Unmastered, getting 8 points, closer to 5th than last, but I do understand the mixtapes getting last or getting eliminated early. 5th, Section 80 with 9 points, barely missing out on 6th place. If people don't know Kendrick Project or Kendrick album specifically, it's Section 80. Unfortunately, only got 9 points, getting 5th place, not close to 4th. A very long distance between the rest of them. 4th place, though, Mr. Morale. Very happy that Mr. Morale was able to get close to podium. It did have 20 points, being only off of 3rd place by 2. Great project. I do think that maybe if it gets a little more certifications or maybe a lot more love with the reviews and all that, it could really end up cracking podium. Did get really close, but not able to get there. 3rd, though, Good Kid Mad City, getting bronze, 22 points. I will say, I was saving this for this portion. This is the deluxe mostly, or whichever version. If there was duplicate they added two of the same, we just counted one. But pretty much when you think of Good Kid Mad City, you think of the deluxe. I think of the van as the album cover. Realistically, almost got 4th. If they would have swapped places on one, it would have been a tie. 2nd place, though, we'll skip 2nd, actually. Let's do 1st. In 1st place, we have tpab. Tpab a Butterfly is Kendrick's greatest album, getting 24 points. Good Kid, Bad City, I apologize, damn, got 23 points, losing by a single point. Unfortunately, Damn was pretty good for 3 of the categories, getting the most first, but then just plummeting for 2 of them. Tpab a Butterfly was pretty consistent throughout, getting like a 4th, not really plummeting too low. I understand it. As far as, with the message and greatness, I do understand why this one would be the most consistent. Very surprised, though, that Good Kid Mad City didn't get 2nd. It was very close, obviously, even with Mr. Morale, but he didn't get the job done. So, To Pimp a Butterfly is the greatest Kendrick Lamar album of all time of 2024. Comment down below, but you should check out, hopefully right here, this video where we talk about music. Guarantee it. Deuces. Bye bye. As far as that, we can actually. uh, This guy's at the Super Bowl. Shout out Kendrick for being at the Super Bowl. See y'all in the next one.